So everything you see here actually came packaged inside the machine, meaning it was one just really large rectangular crate. So over here we have the 1200 watt fiber laser. The laser source is inside there. This is an air-cooled fiber laser. On top is the wire feeding machine. This is what's used for when welding. And this is the actual CNC gantry itself. And so this is the lid that opens up. Machine controls here on the side. Everything is really nicely laid out, giving me lots of clear instruction on what is what, whether it be the chiller, fan power, CO2 power, my emergency stop control for the CO2 laser beam, as well as key control. Inside the machine, as well as with the wire feeder and the laser, all was wrapped up in this kind of, whatever they call that foam. So you have the handle for the machine that we'll install here in a little bit. This is the middle rail that supports all of the slats that we'll ultimately use when we're cutting on. We've got the smooth aluminum slats for when using the CO2 laser, and the sawtooth slats for when using the fiber laser. These are sacrificial. Over time, these will get cut by the fiber laser itself. And so this installs in the middle to support those slats as well as the products on top. A whole bunch of, I think it's 8mm clear tubing. In this box here, we've got all the welding machine accessories. And there is a lot of parts and pieces in here. We've got some sample cuts in here, all the different parts, earplugs for safety, USB communication cable, additional communication cables, power cable for the welder, all of our different lenses, cleaning parts, pieces, extra ceramic body, optic caps, more of the air tubing connections, grounding wire, grounding clamp. So that's all in this main box. Tubing for the exhaust. I was trying to remember the size of this. I think it's 6-inch on here. Kind of cool. It came with a large laser cut wrench. That's kind of fun, but this is going to be for attaching some of the air tanks and things. A box of shielded welding wire. I'm not sure what wire this is, if it's for aluminum or stainless steel or carbon steel. Don't know yet. We'll find that out. More nylon tubing. This is 8mm air hose. More of the hose for the welding gun. After support page from Gweike. This is really cool. This shows all the different materials that can be cut from carbon steel, stainless steel, aluminum, copper. Thought there was brass for some reason. But going all the way down from 1mm all the way up to 10mm on carbon steel. So it shows your thickness of the material, shows us the speed they ran at, what nozzle was used, what gas was used, in this case O2, and what the focus distance was. So this gives a very nice kind of starting guide for as we get started with the machine on how to cut each of these materials. Additionally, Toolbox in here. This is more of the parts for the CNC machine. So we've got keys, laser safety glasses, and everything's kind of nice and labeled. Different fasteners, the USB thumb drive for the software, more sample cutting products, warranty certificate with keys, tapes, some nozzles. There's our nozzles for CNC cutting, as well as cotton swabs and things again for cleaning. And some Allen keys down there. And I think this is our depth gauges. I'm sorry, focus gauges for being able to focus the CNC machine or CNC laser. So yeah, a lot of parts and pieces all packed in here. So kind of a lot to go through. But the first thing is getting this machine put in person, or put in place where I'm going to need it. So to give you a little bit of a tour of the machine, I think mine is a newer version, as the locks are actually keys, not triangular ones, or maybe this was original, I'm not sure, but the keys are no problem. That's the front pass-through. This is the front that you can open up to get to access to the dust collection bins. On the side here, some of the panels removed so you can actually see the inner workings. Of course, back here is the CO2 laser with its beam combiner. You can see the Y-axis gantry here. I love the bellow covers for this to protect all the linear rails inside there. So really big linear rails. You can see the oversized belt drive system, and ultimately see inside the entire machine as it sits right now. That's our motor for the Z-axis for the gantry, or for the work area. Here's all of our air inlets. So it shows the O2, N2, and air inputs. here with the regulators on them, as we're able to use all three. Air compressor should hopefully arrive here in the coming weeks. I think it was in port at the end of October, so it should be here early November. On this side, you can see on the right-hand side of the machine, you can see the gantry. This is where the actual fiber laser tube comes in, so it'll actually come in through a hole here in the machine, allow me to loop it around here, and then it's got up here, these are where I'll use more of those Velcro straps to actually attach the fiber laser nozzle that ultimately gets attached on the machine, but this allows it to roll back and forth on the gantry, getting attached on those clips up there on the gantry as well. Down here are the electronics, so you can see our power supplies, things like that, all the servo motor control drives and things here on this side. And on the back, which is not really easy to get to right now where I've got the machine rolled, but you can see more of the exhaust fans, the air assist pump and things, along with on the back here is the water chiller for the CO2 laser. So that's all built in as well. So you do want to make sure you keep access to the back of the machine just so you can get to that, as well as the circuit breaker and our main power input. This will get wired into the voltage regulator, which will then get wired into the wall, all 220. I'm going to run both the machine and the laser welder on two independent 30 amp 240 volt circuits. So that's the machine. So next time I show it off to you, we'll have it all plugged up and ready to run.